So one of the niches that are trending right now like crazy is baseball. Other than the solar eclipse, which happened yesterday, baseball, anytime it was just, baseball just started like a few weeks ago. So opening day was a few weeks ago. And then especially with events or sports or anything that has to deal with any type of sports betting or any type of event that's happening. So like what March Madness just finished, right? But now between March Madness, we have baseball now. So there's a lot of money in baseball. So with that being said, people need shirts, right? So that's one thing I think about when I see certain things. I'm trying to understand what people are doing. And this comes to an effect like if you're looking at your newsfeed on social media, or if you're just searching on the internet and you're seeing like certain articles pop up and stuff that's trending, it's a good idea to think about what kind of t-shirts can I create, or what type of designs can I create for products that people want. All right. So with that being said, let's get into the content. So MLB, so Major League Baseball. And of course, you just want to be very careful with you're not infringing or anything like that. So you make sure that you're doing your work on your end. This is just inspiration to help you understand what's going on right now. There's baseball being played since 10 o'clock this morning. Right now, it's 4:54 p.m. my time, and there's there's 6 games going on right now. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games to be played by the end of the day. So there's a good amount of games that are being played today. And then look at tomorrow. So if you're unaware how big baseball is, there's a few more games being played tomorrow. And then obviously on Thursday, you can see that so it's nice because I'm a big baseball fan. So when it comes to anything like this, I'm like, all right, cool. I can do research in the day, create some content, make a few t-shirt designs, and then I can, watch a little bit of baseball. So it's really cool. Amazing time to be alive. So what I did was come over here into Merch Informer, right? A Merch Hunter, one of my favorite tools to use in here. And I just typed in baseball, and then it gave me a ton of different product ideas for t-shirts, right? I can change the marketplace if I wanted to, or change from a shirt to a long sleeve sweatshirt or hoodie, whatever it is. Now, one thing I've been looking at is, so look at this right here. So certain things you want to be very careful for, right? Like this, I would not, Dodgers baseball, I would not make this t-shirt because that's a professional baseball team. Now with something like this, eat, sleep, baseball, repeat, this is a good idea, right? Now, obviously there's probably a lot of competition here. So you have to understand that there's a lot of competition, and you have to think about what other type of t-shirt designs can I create. Came down this whole front page and just looked at different ideas and what I can do. Now, if you're one of those people like, oh yeah, can I create a t-shirt design for like the Cleveland, Cleveland, or can I create something for Chicago? Now, this is one thing. Yeah, I have to make sure that you're not confusing the brand, like you're not any way, shape, or form taking from that brand. So as far as trademarks and copyrights, any of that stuff, like there's trademark sayings out there, and obviously there's copyright. There's a few different things that you have to understand when it comes to any of this. Now, everything changes, everything updates, and today might be different than tomorrow. But as far as like taking from a professional baseball team and like maybe taking their colors and then trying to confuse it in a way where you're using like the city or something like that to, take for them, you just have to be very careful because you just don't want to confuse, right? And that's the thing. And it's exactly what it is. Just if you think about it and you're creating designs and stuff like that, you have to understand that. That's your job to understand that. Not my job, it's your job. And it's my job too if I'm actually doing the business too as well, which I am. So it's my job to understand that too as well. So this is why we're going to go into some research. I'm going to share a few ideas with you. All right, so the first idea is baseball grandma. So like literally think of anything. Baseball auntie, baseball aunt, baseball G-ma. There's so many different things that can be done right here, right? And a grandpa, you can think of any sibling, cousin, baseball cousin, anything like that. Roughly anything around that you can create. Now with the actual little bow tie on top of the baseball, it's more for like women or girls, right? So keep that in mind. But just little things like that can make all the difference in a design to make a customer make a purchase. So this design right here is 4.6 out of 5, 16 ratings, all right? And then if we come down right here, you can see this made its first sale 2022, right? And then at $14.95, they kept that same price point. Yep, I believe. Yep. And then you can just look at this 2023, just making consistent sales. And then September, it went down more. And then if right here, you look at like towards the middle of February, it's consistently making sales. And look how it's doing right now. 47K BSR. Pretty good. Eat, sleep, baseball, repeat. Now, I would literally this right here, it's like you can see what they did with the half baseball and the design with the baseball bat in the bottom. That's pretty cool. So obviously we know that, you know, anything with like a half baseball, or in a bat seems to be doing really good on the design. And that's the concept behind this. Now, eat, sleep, baseball, repeat. You know that's probably, if we looked at it, it's going to have a result of over 1,000. Now, what else can we do? Eat, sleep, catcher, repeat. Now think of like different positions in baseball, things like that can probably help you go into a niche and like dive into that, because that's something I'm thinking about. Like this is a bigger phrase. Like, what can I do to actually even make sales in here if I'm competing with 1,000 other print-on-demand sellers on Amazon.com? What can I do, right? And that BSR is cranking right now at 13K BSR, right? Just a boy who loves baseball. We all know that saying too as well. Just a boy who loves baseball. Just a boy who loves to play catcher. Just a boy who loves to play pitcher. Just a boy that is the pitcher. Anything like that. You think of just different ideas, different sayings. That would be a good one too as well. And this is a baseball with a bat in the design. Just thinking about those elements and looking in there. And it is definitely doing some damage right now. Even like in Q4, you could see it just drops a little lower. You could barely see it by a little bit, but it drops a little lower right there. Now, mixing a sport and a birthday, right? Anything with a birthday. We've seen it done with solar eclipse. It was someone's birthday on the solar eclipse day. They celebrated. Everyone probably got together wearing their shirts. Good idea. Now, same thing with a sport like baseball. Think of any different sport and look at what they did right here with the number. They kind of put like the baseball in there, the baseball effect in there, right? This baller is now 7. Now 8, 9, 10, you can just scale that out, right? And obviously they have it on there because they researched it, but this is one way to do it, is think about birthday and baseball. And the BSR is looking really nice right now. Now, funny sayings, this applies to any single niche, right? How to bunt. Number 1, don't. Number 2, hit a dinger. Hit a dinger. Now it's like, it can mean a few things, right? What does that mean? Hit a dinger. It was home run. 5 stages of hitting. There's 5 stages of hitting a dinger. So like look at, like, you're kind of getting here. The 8 ways to hit a dinger. This is good. This is good stuff that we're finding right here. Great hit. So, but it's like, look at, there's 8 ways. Now they're like breaking it down. So we have basically like 2 ways here, right? How to bunt, don't, hit a dinger, right? Or so maybe how to hit a dinger, and then you can break down 3 or 4 different ways on a t-shirt design. It'll be a good idea, right? The baseball stadium quest. I thought this was a really cool t-shirt design, front and back, right? So that's the front and that's the back. Now it has a checklist on the back of all the different stadiums. See, this is something that I personally want to do. This is really cool because it's just a checklist of all the different stadiums. And we kind of seen this with some of the solar eclipse designs that we've seen out there, or just like into certain niches where they're getting more detailed. And these are like more like souvenir type shirts. These are good souvenir ideas, which in return probably, you know, they rank really well, right? Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. And look at that. It's selling consistently, right? It's made its first sell in 2019, but just a really good idea. Someone taking the time to think about this and create a really cool t-shirt design from it. 75K BSR right now. All white t-shirt, only color up there too, by the way, right? All white. That's interesting. But also you want to make sure that it looks good on a black t-shirt too as well. Now, balls in, coming down. Catcher, softball catcher, baseball fan. I'm not sure why they don't have the actual phrase in there. Maybe you want to check that. It might be trademarked. But that right there is a saying in baseball where, you know, when they're telling everyone when they're warming up on the field before the actual inning starts or the game starts, throw it in. Pitcher throws the ball. The catcher throws the ball to second base and kind of gets the ball to everyone else and gets it to the pitcher, and then the game starts or that inning starts. So this is really cool as far as if you understand baseball, if you understand your niche. This is a good, obviously, t-shirt design. All time, okay, consistently selling. 2023 uploaded last year around this time, but look at consistently selling. Look at that. And then going into this year, boom, good idea. Just here for the wieners and home runs. So think about like different like snacks. Nachos would be a good idea. Hot dogs, what else? Beer, right? There's a lot of people that do stuff during watching the game. It's a really good idea. Anything like that, mixing food and baseball, what people are doing, peanuts, right? There's a lot that can be done there. So it's a really good idea to think about a t-shirt design that you can obviously make consistent sales with. All time, 2023, right? Look at that. Bam, 30K. Dang, good idea. I might just, based off this research right here that I'm doing right here, I might have to just jump in here and just do a few extra designs. It's giving me a lot of inspiration right now. I like it. It's pretty cool. Hit hard, run fast, turn left. So basically, it's like hit, turning left. You're running around the bases. The baseball again, pretty cool design. I like it a lot. 4.63 ratings and made it sell last year, 2023, and then just going into 2024. Look at this. They put it at 17. They put it at what? $16.99, $17.99. Now it's at $19.99 this year, and it's cranking. crush it. This is a cool one. This is a glove, right? You can see it's a glove, and it's Puerto Rico baseball. It's a Puerto Rico baseball. So just think of different Puerto Rico baseball is big over there. Now just think of like different countries or anything like that. Especially like with Olympics coming around, this would be a good idea as far as like a t-shirt design. It's a really good idea. You can see something like this working really well. You can do American flag on there too. It'll work really well. Or any of the states, and it'll work pretty good. Any state flag, any state colors, anything like that. That's my grandson out there. Pretty cool design. You can tell that it's taking up all the design space on the t-shirt. We have the baseball heart, and then we have the baseball bat right there, and the little hearts here. Really cool design. On-time sales on first sale 2023. This year, it's doing some damage because of baseball, right? Baseball season. Get your glove down, dad, coach. So get your glove down can mean a few different things, right? Especially in baseball, like hit a ground ball, get your glove down, right? Pick up the ball, or someone's throwing you the ball, you have to tag and get your glove down. It can be in a few different things. Simple text-based writing too, as well. Nothing too crazy on that one. And let's see, it's first sale last year, and it's starting to make some sales this year. It's getting below 66K, 205. 49K. So it's definitely showing the algorithm and triggering it as it's making sales to be pushed even more. That's a really good sign. They look like they brought the price down to $17.50. Yep, $17.50 at $19.93. So it was almost $20 t-shirt, and then they brought it down a bit, but it's definitely cranking it and making sales right now. All right. And if you guys are unaware what this BSR chart is, right? Basically, whenever it's up right here, then it makes a sell. Once it's made its first sell, it'll start to track here. And then it dropped down again once it made another sell. And the lower and lower it goes, the more and more sales velocity, the more sales that you'll make in a day. So keep that in mind. I love hot baseball moms and cold beer. It's like I love hot moms. I love hot dads. There's a few different things that you can do there. I love hot MILFs, right? Something like that. But they mix baseball moms and cold beer, right? And hot dogs and nachos and what was the other one? I think it was, what was it? Yeah, hot dogs, right? Wieners. So you can put, I love hot baseball moms and wieners. Good idea, right? Be funny. So if we come down here, let's look at this. First 22.2, but it is starting to do this year, right? It's pretty, the BSR's got pretty low, 114. It's the lowest it's ever gotten. It looks like it has. That was the lowest it's ever gotten this year. So that's a good sign, right? When you see something like that, it's a really good idea. That's my nephew out there. Baseball ain't funny. That's my nephew. You could put, that's my niece out there. That's my nephew. It's my son. It's a daughter. That's my grandson. You know what I mean? There's so much that can be done with this right here. So think about this, the saying right here, and you can apply it to, and switch it around. You can apply it to a different sport. So there's not just one way to look at it, a certain design or a certain saying. There's a few different ways that you can do this. Now, if we look at the all-time sales, look like there's definitely a demand for this. This year, it looks like it's doing its best ever, which is pretty cool. Look at that, staying below, pretty low, below 100K, right? So which is really, really cool. Really awesome design. Now, just literally just going to Merchant Farmer, you got Amazon search bar, Google search, Google Trends. There's so many different ways that you can do research, right? Right here, I use Merchant Farmer a lot as far as looking for different research ideas, or just coming up with niches, or just even doing some keyword research. There's a ton of other tools out there, but Merchant Farmer has been around since beginning 2017, since I've been around doing this, right? So 2017, that's 7 years, and I've been doing this for a while and selling on Amazon for a while. It's fun to me, right? So with that being said, my coupon code is going to be down below in the description. If you guys want to use that, there's a free trial that you can use too, just to test it out, get some different research ideas. And if you don't like it, you just cancel it anytime. And I get a kickback from that too as well. So that's my affiliate link down there. So with that being said, peace out. Thank you very much for watching.